live and we're here. Today is, I don't even know what today is. All I do know is it's Wednesday. Wednesday, let me see. 16th of February, 2022. Okay, so we're gonna get this started, and as I usually do, let me start off that this is the Mary and Ghana show, live here on IG, every night, Monday through Fridays, and also Saturdays afternoon. Each week we do a thing, and we stick with that thing for the rest of the week, no matter what, unless something so drastic happens, but that's pretty much how we run in the show. And this week's thing is cheating a deal breaker? And the reason why I ask this question is because, well, got a lot of people ask me am I on. Yes, I'm on. So, all right, let's give everybody about 30 seconds, a minute or two to get in here. Trying to check out some music while I wait around. Alright, let's just open this up. No, not that. Wrong one. Oh man, I gotta kill this track in the studio. Be my first single since 2001, my last album. I didn't even care about music anymore. So I decided to do it one more time. Do it the best I ever did. Alright. Give it one more minute, then we get back to what we're discussing and get on with the show. Oh man, before we start the show, I had let me let y'all, I'm gonna let y'all hear what I was just listening to, but because of copyrights, you know what I mean, they're gonna demonetize my video. Look, I know we just started the show last week, but even then, I started doing videos on the YouTube back in November, maybe October. We just got monetized yesterday, so we're just linked up with the YouTube program. So now it's time to get paid for everything that we do. But we're gonna do this thing together. I gotta do a special video to celebrate my monetization. Damn, I'm making money in like 10 different ways. Gotta get the numbers up though, seriously. Me. Alright, we're gonna get started. Man good go, a black man good, old school. IG, IG, she wants the day and night. IG, 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 do it right. G, IG, rock and roll. She says she love it, but papa. She says love kanda, strong Mariana. All day. Hey, let me stop. Look, for my brothers out there who don't know, if you ever in your life have the opportunity to be with an African girl, if you get the opportunity to take her behind closed doors and punish her soul, and she screams, IG, IG, believe me, you're in the right place. And she's letting you know that, even if she says otherwise. But just a little advice to my friends out there, or whatever. All right, let's do this. Let's do this show. We started about an hour earlier. Sometimes my schedule, doing what I do here in the U.S., allows me to do things a little earlier. I had the whole entire day off, but I determined to get some other matters taken care of. So we're going to go back to our normal scheduled time tomorrow, and we're going to do this earlier again on Friday. And like I said, 2 p.m. on Saturdays. And Monday I'm going to give y'all special. Monday's a holiday here in the U.S. So I'm going to give y'all a special start time. Y'all let me know in the comments for Monday special time that y'all want to start the show. It doesn't matter to me. So I'm going to, for the maybe one time only on holidays, I'm going to allow y'all to choose the start time. All right. Let's get into our discussion. All right, man. So we're discussing this week. We're talking about, is cheating a deal breaker? And the reason why I ask that, because you got so many people that are breaking up over matters of so-called infidelity. And as I discussed before, there are not enough men in this world for women to afford to be able to divorce. It's just not. Like here in Black America, back up to the 60s and 70s, before the crack drug epidemic happened in our communities that destroyed the homes pretty much. Before then, the black race was married at a rate of 80% or above. Now, the black race today in 22, statistics show that at a rate of 23%. With that said, you have 80% of kids born out of wedlock. You have these boys who are brought up by single mothers, statistically, do very poor in school, very poor educational wise, and very poor when it comes to social. How do they say? Let's say social abilities. Financially, destroys the home. You see what's happening now. Families are struggling, especially with the COVID and everything. Once the COVID hit, it really showed people that a man is so necessary. Because now these women who thought they had it all or could do it all by themselves, when a lot of these companies closed down because of COVID, and a lot of these businesses and a lot of these jobs did not come back. Now, you got a lot of these women out here, black women out here struggling. You got them in their 35s, 45s, 55. I mean, you got 55-year-old women who are homeless on the streets now. But that could have been avoided if a lot of these women would have stayed in their marriages. That's why I'm asking, is cheating a deal breaker? To me, what's the favorite quote that women like to use? Oh, men ain't nothing but cheaters, or all men cheat. So if that's the case, then why get divorced over it? To me, it's not about cheating. It's about that men are men. Men are built differently from women. Now, you could be a lady. You can say, oh, no, I'm not going to take that. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to find yourself either without a man or divorced from a man and struggling on your own. And it's cool when you live in a place that got government assistance like here, which is a lot of that getting cut off now. But it ain't cool when you're 50, 60 years old. Oh, man, I feel like I'm snorting something. No, I never did drugs, but bad joke. But anyway, it's bad when you're 50, 60 years old and you realize that you don't have the support of a man. You don't have that man who left you life insurance in case anything would have happened to him. A man who was able to pay off a house, set things up in order to make sure things was passed down to you, that you had something to take care of yourself and be provided for. You don't have any of that. You're uncovered. That's why God made it so that women need to be covered. All women need to be covered by a man. Regardless if you like it or not, you agree with it or not. If you choose otherwise, unless you want to be a multi-millionaire, you're going to need a man to survive, especially in your elder years. Men are thinkers. We think way ahead. See, women like to think about today and what makes you feel good. What tingles their little thing between their legs and tingles and tickles their heart is what they go off. Men, we're thinking 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the line. A lot of things that we do today is to benefit us in the future time. Women don't think like that. And that's the thing. But we're going to get into it because we might have a long show, don't know. So let's get into it. I thought I did it. Thought she was joining. All right. I don't know what happened. I hit it and it always goes back. So make sure I got my volume up. Make sure them beats is up. The darkness is your enemy. Network. You know what? I'm gonna make me a track called Network. I flew to Niger, the network. Everybody wave their hand if they want to hear me, if they want me to go in the studio and make a track called Network. Good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm fine. I'm the one here. So, who am I speaking to?
S.A. Miracle.
From?
Nigeria.
Where from? In Nigeria.
Delta State.
Delta State. Oh, Delta State. Yeah, I don't know much about Delta State. I was about to think of something, but sorry, got nothing for you. All right. What do you do for a living, Miracle?
I'm a student and an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. And what?
Yeah. And a student.
No, you said that you're an entrepreneur. What do you do to make you not that makes you an entrepreneur? She got me all twisted.
Oh, I deal on sales of wristwatches and perfumes.
Okay. Is it like a door to door, or you out at a stand, or you have a shop? Like, how does that go about?
No, it's an online business.
Oh, okay, online. All right. You sell specifically in Nigeria?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one day you're going to need to expand. That's what online is for. You know that, right?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
exactly.
All right, man. Could you say you're a student? Let me guess. You're taking up
Yeah.
biotechnology, science, or whatever.
Nah. No.
All right. What you taking up?
Theater and film studies.
What is it?
Theater and film studies.
What is that? Did you say films?
Uh, huh?
Did you say films?
Yes, theater and film studies.
Like things that got to do with like theatrical movies and stuff like that? Filming, editing?
Yes,
Oh yeah, that's
yes, producing of movies, filming, editing, acting,
yeah, okay.
writing.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah.
That sounds good. So you're gonna be producing the movie for me?
By God's grace.
You know, one day they're gonna make a movie out of me for everything that I'm
Ah,
doing between Africa and US. One day a movie gonna be made out of me. Might not be for about 50, 60, 70 years or even long before I'm gone, but it'll be a movie made about me. All right, Miracle.
hopefully.
Um, when you get in that industry, what particular job are you trying to do in that? Like, are you wanting to do the writing or the production, or like what actual position are you looking to do in the future?
The production aspects. I'm
The
a
production
producer.
aspect. Okay, so you want to
Yeah.
be the producer of movies. All right. Now,
Yeah.
in Nigeria, I know Nollywood very well. Um, Gollywood is garbage, but um, anyway, I shouldn't say that. I love Ghana. I live in Ghana, so yeah, I mean, I'm just messing with y'all. But with that said, what is the range of salary for a producer?
Huh?
Salary. What is the ranges of salary for a producer in that particular field?
Um, Most times the producer they get paid from the money that the company that is producing the executive producer. Usually they do get their money from the money that the executive producer gives to produce the movie. So when they do a schedule for the movie, most times it's the money that is remaining from the schedule that they own as their own. But most cases, if it's an individual person, like if it's an individual that is the executive producer, most times they get paid about 50,000 to 100,000
What is that, naira or dollars?
naira.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. How old are you, Miracle?
I'm 23.
All right. Are you single?
Yeah.
How many failed relationships so far?
What?
Just one?
Yeah.
Just one.
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm very sure.
Don't let me go back and grab my Bible and smack you with the Holy Spirit. All right, we're gonna take your word for it. Just one. Um, how long ago did it end?
Huh?
How long ago did your relationship end?
2 years ago.
Oh wow, so you're 23 now. You're telling me so this ended 2 years ago, and you've not dated or anything since then?
Nah.
How long did it last?
A year?
So from 20 to 21, I guess.
Yes.
That was your very first boyfriend.
Yeah.
How old was he?
25.
So here we go. Did you expect it to last when you first got in it?
Something like that. I just wanted to know how it feels to be in one.
You just wanted to know how it felt to be with a man?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not judging you or anything, but I'm saying, why y'all ladies can't wait till y'all experience that with your husband?
Don't know.
You don't know. Just shit happens, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're going to get back to that. All right. The theme of the show that we're discussing right now is cheating a deal breaker for you?
Cheating.
That's what y'all call it.
Yeah. It depends on the situation.
Meaning,
Um, if it is done once, I think I can forgive and maybe not break the relationship. But if it happens all over and all over again, I think I might just walk away.
what if you have kids by that person and you're married?
That would be a very hard decision to make.
Yes, it will.
Um,
Indeed. Said indeed.
huh?
I said indeed, it will be a hard decision to make, but I'm gonna help you make that decision. I'm gonna help you make up your mind right here and right now before you even get into marital situation, so you already know what to expect. All right. Would you
Yeah,
like to be married?
of course.
Of course, I don't know. I'm asking. I mean, these days you don't know what you're getting. Even in Nigeria, you got all types of mess going on. That's well, let's not go too far off. Whatever. But would you like kids?
Yeah,
How many?
3.
3?
Yeah,
Boys, girls?
2 boys and a girl.
I'm just playing with you. You don't control that shit. God control that.
I know. But I would
Uh,
love to.
so you're a 23-year-old, one failed relationship. You're in school and you're um, working towards your entrepreneurial skills. You want to be married.
Yeah.
Is there a
Mm-hmm.
particular time that you see yourself like, well, by this particular age, I need to be married? Because you're already 23. And as young as you are, 30 is always right around the corner.
Exactly.
So what age do you say to yourself, you know what, I need to be married by this age?
I think 26.
Yeah, 26 is still young enough. 27 is when we say you're in that zone that a lot of men are going to look at you a little funny, like, why are you 27 and you're not married? You understand me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because the way men look at it, when we see women, most men, um, productive men who have something, men who are ambitious, are builders, who make things happen. They like younger women. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
One of the reasons is we as men, we are logical thinkers. We think about everything, especially the type of men that I'm talking about. We think about everything. Every little step is always thought in advance. So when we see a lady, even as beautiful as you or whoever may be, we say to ourselves, she's on her way to 30 years old and never been married. That's that's trouble. It spells trouble all over for a man because it shows that for a whole decade you were not fit to get along with a man to the point that they will be willing to marry you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why it's more beneficial to you to find a husband now rather than wait later. Is it a reason why you're not focusing in on that?
Huh?
Is there a reason why you're not making that the focal point of your life right now at 23 to find a husband?
Um, I'm focusing on my education first. I'm in my finals. Yeah.
Your finals and when? This year?
Yeah.
Well, following that, your most important thing should be to find a husband. Because up to 23, I'm sure you'll be 24 soon, sometime this year. So now you're getting close to
Yeah.
what they call that danger zone. So first of all, you want a husband, you'll be 24 out of school. Here's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you some scenarios that you could choose from, and I'm going to help you out. All right?
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give yourself as far as looks go?
Wow. 7.
Everybody seemed to want to stick with the 7. Well, I don't know, but all right, let's do that. How tall are you?
5'4".
How much do you weigh? Last time you weighed yourself?
I'm not sure about that. I don't really know that.
You don't know that.
No.
Well, what do you believe you're close to?
50.
50 kg.
Yeah.
Let me go through my calculations. Just hold on, okay? All right.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see. I gotta make a chart. All right. Now, you sure it's 50 kg? Are
I'm
you?
not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, that's like 100 pounds. I don't think you're that small. That's like a small schoolgirl, like a small 10-year-old size.
I don't know. I just guessed.
You got to know these things. Men are going to want to know. So, do you your body type? Let's go with that. Body type. Are you small, medium, or large?
Small.
Oh, you are small. All right.
Yeah.
Well, right here it says for 50 kg, 110 pounds. That's pretty light, and you're 5'4". I asked because you got a round face, and normally with people with round faces, they got, they busty around, and they're curvy shaped. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go here. You said you don't. You said being a cheater is a deal breaker, right?
Not really. Like I said, it depends on the
All right.
situation.
I'm going to give you 3 situations. There are 3 types of
Okay.
men. You understand that a man is not just going to be with one woman for the rest of his life, no matter the situation, right?
Yeah.
He could be with a woman for the rest of his life, but he's not going to be only with her. You understand that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about, I'm going to go to 4 levels and 3 levels. There are 4 types of men. There are lower class. Lower class are the ones who work dead-end jobs, 9 to 5, ain't going nowhere, can't really support anybody, barely can support themselves. We consider that lower class. Then you have middle class. Middle class are those who are able to support themselves, their family, buy a house and a nice car, and have a couple kids and live good. Upper class is when you have the very same things that the middle class do, but you just have it more expensively and can travel internationally. And the 4th one is elite, which is the wealthy, elite, rich. So we already know that. So out of those 4, what do you think you would choose for yourself?
The upper class.
The upper class.
Yeah.
All right. Men who are in the upper class look at beauty in a woman that they want. Beauty and youth. Beauty, youth, submissiveness, femininity, and ability to cooperate and listen and know how to follow instructions. All those qualities that I just stated, are they you?
Yeah.
Are you submissive?
Yes, of course.
Do you understand and do you know how to cooperate with a man by following instruction?
Mm-hmm.
And being that you're Nigerian, more than likely you're feminine, so I'll let that go. All right. This would be the option that I would see for you. At 23 going on 24. Most men who are upper class this is the one thing that I'm saying, because most men that are upper class are around the ages of 45 and up. Middle class, you can find around the ages of 37 to 45. Men do not hit their financial prime until the age of 45. That's why you see men in their 20s, they're always struggling. Men in their 30s, they're figuring it out, getting together. By the time they have it together, they're in their 40s. If you want to be an upper class, that's meaning that you're going to have to marry a 40 or above year old man. Do you see yourself doing that?
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal? All right, fine. All right, we're making progress. Shit, I'm 46, so, I mean, my wife is 21 years younger than me. So, there's no big deal to the right people. But,
Yeah.
like, all right, so this is it. So this is progress. So, all right, now we got you moving along, and we're getting closer and closer to a real possibility of you being married this year or proposed to. So, with that said, are you willing to work, or do you want to be a stay-at-home wife?
I'm willing to work.
All right. Well, if you're in upper class, you don't have to work. That's what I'm saying. If the man is upper class financial status, it would be optional whether you want to work or be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, if he wants me to be a stay-at-home mom, I will.
All right, good, because I'm fighting with mine to try to keep her home. She's trying to fight with me to go and work. So, so I know, right? So it's best for you to focus in on the 3 children that you want God to bless you with. Now, okay, so you want the upper class man. Looks, height of the man?
Huh?
Looks and height. What do you look for in looks and height of a man?
Height. I think 6'4".
What's up with all y'all Africans wanting
Yeah.
tall as men?
Dark, tall, 6'4".
And looks?
Huh?
What about facial? Facial looks?
Fine. Handsome.
All right. So I don't know what your idea of handsomeness. So I'm just leaving it up. Some people say, I want this complexion, that guy with a beard, guy with a... everybody got their own thing. Now,
Yeah.
are his looks that important that they have to be to a T or to someone you're attracted to?
Someone I'm attracted to.
So if the man is 5'9", not 6'4", is that okay?
Yeah.
It's
fine.
funny.
But I
All
really
right,
love
good.
6'4".
But you really love 6'4",
Yeah.
but you settle for 5'9".
It's fine.
All right. You see, I keep telling this. When I first met my wife, she wanted the man who was like 6'10". I'm only 6 foot. I know, dig
Ah,
me? See, I always dated dark-skinned girls. I wanted the dark-skinned girl, but she's a light-skinned complexion. But I'm not the 6'10" guy she envisioned, and she's not the dark chocolate-skinned girl that I envisioned. But we got together, compromised on the outer things that didn't matter. We focused on that which was in the inner, and how to work with each other and fall in love with each other. You understand?
yeah.
And another thing that I'm gonna point out to you, y'all fail at relationships because y'all have this thing that y'all call love, which is really lust. When you a young 23-year-old, your focus should be on finding a husband that can provide correctly for you so that you and your family, even your parents, could benefit off it. You understand?
Exactly.
When y'all young and y'all chase after these boys, the way y'all feel when y'all get in it ain't the way that y'all feel when it ends. Now, is it? That's because it's not love. Love is everlasting. Love cannot die out. Love has to be built over the course of decades and years. It takes years to develop love for a person. It takes lust to have on first eyesight for a person. And that's where a lot of y'all get it mixed up. Your priority should be finding someone that you could see yourself growing with, living with, having children with, and moving on down the line for the next 50, 60, 70 years of your life until you're no longer, and making sure that your kids are in a better place and have better opportunities than what you had. That is supposed to be the focal point. That is the reason why you're here. And that is what I'm trying to discuss with a lot of people in order y'all can start making the right decisions to get yourselves out of these bad decisions that y'all keep making. You can't run around with a 23-year-old boy and expect to get anything out of it. All you're going to get out of it is a lot of psychological damage and raise your body count of men. That is all you can get out of that. And doing that, you're causing your husband that will come along to have to deal with a lot more trouble than what he should. Every relationship you go through damages you. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Men, we can go through this time after time after time after time again. Men, we are built different from women. We're built from this. This is why I, as a man, could fuck up for 30 years of my life, still turn 40 and figure it out and go and still get a 20-year-old wife and still be okay and still go have more kids. We could fuck up all we want, but if y'all fuck up, that's it. You go out and have a kid at 23 years old, no man who's in the upper class going to want to deal with that. He's just going to say, why won't I go get the same thing but without a kid? You understand? Make the proper decisions in life. All right, let's get to the last point that I'm making. This is called the three cheetahs, if you want to call it that. I just made it up, but all right. There are three types of men when it comes to how they deal with other women outside of their home. You have the promiscuous cheater, the one who is a fuck boy, basically, who go around, we all been there as men, all go around, do everything you can to sleep with as many girls as you can. 9 times out of 10, men who do that don't have anything going on for themselves. They're even in poverty or financially, they're not well off. So that's the only way that they have to make themselves feel good and feel like a man. Because without having financial status in this world, it's hard to feel like a man, especially when you can't provide the way that you desire to provide for yourself and someone else. So a lot of men or young boys go around, they fuck around a lot, fuck a lot of girls, because that's what makes them feel like a man for that period of time, because they don't have anything else to make themselves feel that way. That's the first one. The second one is, I would call the mature man. This is a man who's been through it all, who now is financially stable and a provider, a protector, and a director of his home. He has his wife and his children. He keeps them safe and out of any type of drama. But he will still go and be with one as if it was a concubine. But he would never allow that to interact with his home or disturb his home per se. But he's focused on keeping his family together, but he's going to still be with other women here and there. You understand me?
Yeah.
The third one is, I say, the wealthy man. This man has a home, the same thing, home, family, children, but he's so wealthy to the point that he's able to go start multiple families. One over here, one another wife and children over here, maybe another wife and children over here. So out of those three, if you have to pick, because you're going to have to pick one, if you're going to have a man in your life, you're going to have to choose one. So out of those three, which one would you choose?
The second one.
All right, bingo. Which is the more sensible one anyway, unless you don't have a problem with being a second wife and you know how that goes into play. So you'd be okay with the second one.
Yeah.
All right. So, like I said, this is what I see for you. If you want the upper class, middle class should just be just as good enough for you, don't you think? If you can't get the upper, you should be able to deal with the middle class. Basically, middle class is you have a man around the same age that I said. You have a nice home, his or her car. Your children are getting their education, and you might just work part-time for a few years until after you give birth to all of your kids. It's not so bad, is it?
Yeah.
It's not so bad, is it?
No.
All right. Doesn't matter if he's a Nigerian. Excuse me. Doesn't matter if he's not a Nigerian.
Nope.
So if it was a Black American, would you be willing to work with that?
Yeah.
So no problem, Black Americans, right?
Yeah.
Y'all one blood, one blood. But before I let you go, I'm gonna say this is why I do this. Years ago, if you go on my YouTube, you literally could look at my videos. It would say 2010, 2011. I lived in Nigeria for off and on for 2, 3 years. I lived in Ghana for the past 10, 11 years. During my time back in 2010, I would go around with a video camera, and I used to get paid by people to leave the U.S. and go into West Africa to sit and interview girls and make sure they were who they say they were. This was before webcams and all that stuff existed. So right when that came out, I stopped because I was like, oh, tech pretty much pushed me out of the business. I was the only one in that business. So now I decided, you know what? Let me go back to the original thing that I love doing, and that's putting people together. And there's a benefit to this, though. Besides the money part, there's a bigger benefit to it. The benefit is this. We as Black Americans, we as Africans, we've had this bridge between us for a long time going. And it's a shame because Black Americans over here, for the most part, when you speak anything African to them, they have no clue what Africa is about. They think it's just people with big bellies and flies wheezing around their head, starvation. But that's what they were shown on white media growing up. Growing up, that's all we seen on the TV about Africa. We never seen a city, a car. We never seen none of that. This was done purposely. All this was done purposely to keep division between us. Now, you in Nigeria, I lived in Nigeria. I know what I see on the TV when it comes to Black Americans. It's always gangbanging, gangsters, or we over-sexualized human beings are always players having sex with all these women or selling drugs. That's all they show when it comes to me seeing what they show about my people overseas. Like I just told you, we have 4 classes of people, just like it is in any race of people. I don't talk to those type of people. On this channel, on this platform, we don't deal with the lower class. We don't deal with that, the thugs or whatever, or all that. All I deal with is productive men. Men who are productive in our society, who can provide decently and greatly for a home and protect the woman and be able to have his resources so that his kids could benefit off those resources. Here's another thing. You marrying you marrying an American, no disrespect to my Nigerian brothers, because I'm going to say this. Nigerian women are the best women on the face of the earth to me. I've always thought that. My wife knows. She's half and half Ghanaian, half Nigerian. I love Nigerian women more than any other type of woman on this planet. Not just because of their looks, but just the way they're made up, the way they think, the way they're always ahead of the game. I love that. I love Ghana women, but they're too slow. But no disrespect. But anyway, listen to this. You get resources. As a Black American man, he marries you. Now he has resources over in Nigeria that he could buy land, build on that land, build companies up with the money that y'all make over here in the U.S. Y'all send that money back there. And over here on the flip side, you get the resources of his status as a U.S. citizen, Black American citizen, for your children to grow up and be able to travel out and do whatever. They have dual citizenship now. They have the Nigerian citizenship, they have the U.S. passport. Now, with that said, you're raising a whole new group of leaders. Because the leaders that you have in place now, these children that y'all have, if y'all intermarry, these children are dual citizens. So they can't be bribed. They can't do the things that are going on now. You understand? You're raising a whole new generation of type of individual children. Your children grow to be powerful because they're going to have resources on both sides of the planet. So it's not just about you that I do this or anyone else. It's about what the future has for us as Black people. So it will benefit you to do this, but it will benefit us as a people even greater. You get me?
Yeah.
All right, Miracle, lighten up a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Because if people see this right now, the only ones who are going to get excited is like the 80-year-old guys. So you got to show a little personality, baby, all right?
Okay.
I don't want you to be afraid, all right?
No, I'm not.
All right, so we're good. So with Miracle here, we agreed that cheating is not a deal breaker, but she's determined that if she's going to deal with it, it's going to be number 2 out of the 3, right?
Yeah.
And she's okay with middle class, but she prefers upper class. But if middle class, that's fine too. If the man is 40 or whatever, 40 or above, around that age, that's fine too. So, and she would like him to be 6'4", but if he's 4 feet, that's okay. So it's like, no, I'm just no. So, but if he's 6'4", that's fine. But if not, the majority of men are not even over 6 foot in the world. You do know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the average height of a man is 5'8". The average height of a man in the U.S. is 5'9". So I'm just letting you know, the average height is 5'9". So if you get a guy at 6 foot, be happy. Most men ain't even 6 foot in the world. So, but hell, I told God, I used to always tell God, damn, why you make me 6'4"? I wanted to be 6'4", but hey, I settled for 6 foot. I had no choice in that matter, but I get it. But we all want what we want, but the thing is, when you finally come to meet somebody that you see is workable, all that stuff goes out the door, and you start to build together, and you start to build your love together. Like I said, love happens over decades of you being with someone, drawing closer and closer to that person, through the bearing of children and so forth, through the building of buying your first home, going on your first vacation. Stuff like that is what draws people together and builds love. All of that other type stuff, that childhood stuff, put that shit away, because it's not going to do anything for you but delay the outcome that you desire in life. You understand me?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to let you go. We're doing a promo that starts this Saturday. So this Saturday is when the promotion begins on our YouTube, our Instagram, and our Facebook. So we're going to be reaching out to tens and thousands of Black Americans here. And they're going to pick their choice. They're going to wind up contacting you. When they do, let me know how it goes. I would love to have you back at a point where you think that you're taking someone serious. I would love to hear the story. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Miracle. It's good having you on, baby. All right?
Thank you.
All right. Take care, sweetheart. Bye.
All right. Bye. Good night.
Good night. All right, people. So let's get back to it. So this is what it is. This is what it is. Got a little sweaty nose. But this is what it is. Let's keep doing this. This work is something special. As I just told our guest Miracle, this is a special work that I'm doing. Very special. Like I said, it's for us to benefit now. We benefit on both sides. Africa benefits, Black America benefits. But even more so, our children benefit. My children have their citizenship in Ghana. They're going to have their citizenship in the US. They're going to grow up, learn both cultures, learn both languages, understand how to maneuver. They have the resources from more than one place. So they could draw resources from this place and draw resources from Ghana. Even the work that I do, if not for me going to Ghana, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I have no clue where I would be at, but I wouldn't be anywhere where I'm at today. But not for Ghana, me being able to go over there, introduce myself to my wife, and tell her, hey, I'm looking for a wife. I didn't waste any time with my wife. I just told her, hey, I'm looking for a wife. Are you willing to be that? That's pretty much how I approached her. We had about a couple conversations. I was on, talked to her on the phone. A couple weeks later, got on the plane, flew to Ghana, spent some months there with her. And next year I got married. That's how it works. How it's supposed to work. All this dating, it's wasting time. It's wasting precious time. But like I said, me being able to work through her and go through Ghana, buy land, buy a house, build on that land, progressing as best as possible with the production of a project called the Kente Factory. I'm the only person that's walking this earth right now that's building the first ever mass production Kente factory that will hold 1,200 weavers, different design rooms, do everything ourselves. No more dependency from a supplier. No one else has done this yet. I'm the only one that's doing this. A business that will generate close to 100 million annually. About 40 million of that is my profit. But I wouldn't have this opportunity if it wasn't for my wife. I'm broke as hell, but I still could do so many things that the average person do. Because I understand what brokenness is. Broke is when you're putting all your money into an investment and you know that you're making back. You're going to make back good on that. Being in poverty is just not doing anything about your situation. That's why I want productive black men to get with these good, submissive, brought up to be nothing but wives. And I'm talking about the decent brothers. I'm talking about the garbage, the decent brothers. We're going to need you. We always complaining over here about how we can't deal with our women anymore. All the feminism has taken over. I get it. All the ratchetness. The majority of the females got 4 or 5 baby daddies. No man wants to deal with that. Who the fuck want to deal with that? I get it. Girls who smoke weed all day and curse like a seller. I don't want to deal with that, they say. I get it. I love my black sisters, but I just can't deal with the way they are. They're broken. I get it. This is why you're here. This is why I have you here also. So that you can get what you desire. It's just not on your land or your soil, but it's on the original land and original soil. And for my guys out there, I know I get y'all messages on Facebook and stuff like that. Like I said, I'll say this. I'm not biased. I do this for a purpose. What I'm saying is the guys will have their turn. Even a black lady came at me today on Facebook and said, well, black women, there are black women that like African men too. Like, I didn't say anything to even, I'm like, well, where this come from? Well, yeah, I said, yes, miss, I understand. And we're going to get to that. But we got to take care of the ladies first, but we're definitely going to get to the men soon enough. So she was just like, oh, okay. And I said the same thing to my African brothers. We're going to get to you soon enough. So just be patient. Patient is a virtue, as they say. So, hi, I don't even know. See, hi, Steve, but I don't know. Exclusive? Hi, anyway. All right. So let's see if we getting anybody else on. If so, I'm going to take about a minute or two break and send your request in if you want to join the show. So we're back. Listen, guys, follow this. Here, your prince will not sit here and stare you in the wrong direction. I'm doing this because I'm a visionary. I see things. I look down a road and how I look at things now, look down the road, what it is that we need to do now in order to get ourselves out of a certain predicament. And that's where we are right now. We need to get ourselves out of the predicament that we're in. And the way to begin that is by what I say, by intermarriage. And I hate saying intermarriage because, no, it's fine. Because even when it was two tribes warring against each other in order to have peace amongst each other, they will say intermarry, two different tribes. And that's what we are. We're all different tribes. Whether, I mean, you can look at Nigeria, a ton of different tribes. Look at Ghana, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, whatever you want to say. It's no different with Black Americans. Just like here, we all have our different tribalisms. West Coast, East Coast, all that. I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of something. Oh yeah, even our accents. A lot of people think we all talk alike. The minute somebody from here talks, if they're from the West Coast, I can automatically tell that they're from there. They from down south, I can tell that they're from down south. We all have an accent that varies depending on the state. The same thing like in Africa, there are different dialects of certain languages. So we are no different, man. We are all the same. So look at us as just like another tribe. And you're going to have those who will look down on one another. You have blacks who look down on Africans and Africans who look down on blacks. Let that be. There's a Judas group in every race of people on this earth. If they want to be the Judas, let them be. I don't even fight with them anymore. There's nothing to fight about. I'm too busy building something. When you're a builder, you don't give time for the nonsense, to the rubbish, as they say. No wahala. So don't want it. Don't need it. Let them be. We're here to do something special. We're here to change not just our lives, but the lives of our children and our grandchildren. Something that no one else has ever done on this planet. That's what I'm here to do. Bringing us finally together. We will make it. We will do it. We will benefit off each resource. We're going to become more stronger, more powerful. We're going to draw closer together as the family that we always should have been. And we're going to start here. We're going to start now. So if you enjoyed the video, I want you guys to like, subscribe, and share. Let's see who we got. He's about to get out of here. That's going to give me an early break today. All right. What's going on now? Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, hello.
Give me 1 second. Sit right there.
Okay.
All right. Who's calling?
Gladys. My name is Gladys.
Good evening, Gladys.
Good evening, Steve.
Oh, she called me Steve.
Sorry.
Oh, we ain't close like that.
Sorry.
No, I'm just messing with you. Go ahead. I'm just messing with you. Don't pay me no mind. I'm just messing with you. All right. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So this is what's happening right now. Instagram is doing a countdown right now. It's about at 20 seconds. So I gotta let this expire, and I'm gonna click off and click right back on and send you a request in so we can get started. All right.
Okay.
All right, Gladys. We back. Oh, see, the picture is 10 times better now.
Yeah.
All right, where you calling from, Gladys?
I'm calling from Nigeria.
My Nigerian people. Y'all the ones who making this channel rock. Y'all gonna be the reason why this thing blows up. Thank y'all in advance. We're at from Nigeria.
From River State.
From River State. How old are you, Gladys?
I'm 24.
24. What do you do for a living?
I'm a student and I'm a makeup artist.
I'm a makeup artist. What do you study?
Microbiology.
Microbiology.
Yes.
And that's to be what?
A microbiologist.
I mean, I'm stupid, so you gotta explain this to me. What are you gonna be doing once you become a microbiologist?
Okay, I'm going to be working
Play
in
like
the
I'm
lab.
4 years old. Hmm?
I'm going to be working in the lab, like a lab scientist.
Okay, just
Doing the
studying.
research, collection of samples,
Oh, okay.
specimens, and the rest. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems pretty cool. I thought about doing that when I was a child, but you know, I don't. As a child, here I had a short attention span, so I could never do such. But how much money do microbiologists or whatever? How much do they earn annually?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know. I have no idea.
Are you paying for school?
What?
Are you paying for school?
No.
Your parents?
Yeah.
And you're studying something that you don't know what it's going to bring you annually.
Well, I do want to work in this country.
Oh, you don't want to work in Nigeria.
No, I don't.
Why not?
Let's say our standard is kind of poor.
Okay, but there's a lot of rich people in Nigeria also who
Yeah,
look
but
pretty
there are
wealthy.
opportunities for people like us.
I live middle class in Nigeria. I did pretty well for myself.
Okay.
I wasn't rich or anything, but just had a nice apartment, went about my day, and who I was with, so wasn't a bad life.
That's good.
Oh man, that shit was fucked up, man. That shit was fucked up. Oh man. Like, man, I can't wait to get out this bitch. Like, all right, let me stop. All right, let's get serious. Let's get serious real quick.
Okay.
All right, Gladys. You want to be married?
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
Well, everybody say yeah, sure. Just because you're African, it's supposed to be yeah, sure. I mean, if it's 2022, I mean 2022. I said this is 2022. If anything, I could follow it up like man or lady. Do you want to marry? You see the world that we live in, right?
Okay.
Y'all like, but y'all always say, but of course. And I'm like, what you mean, but of course? How am I supposed to know? But never mind me. You want to have children?
Yeah, sure.
How many?
4.
Oh, 4. Wow, that's a big order to fill.
It's not up to.
You ready for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
2
bet
boys,
you
2
are.
girls.
2 boys, 2 girls. Yeah, there's one problem with that.
Which is?
There's one problem with that. The
Which
2
is?
boys and 2 girls. You don't
Which
decide
is?
that.
Yeah, I
Just be-
know, but then it's what I'm anticipating. So
what
whichever
you would
comes,
like
I'm
to
still
have.
gonna be fine with it.
If you have all girls, still love them the same.
Sure.
Have nothing but boys, still love them the same.
Sure.
All right. Let's get into the thing real quick. The thing is cheating a deal breaker?
Is what?
What say you? Cheating. Y'all call it cheating. We call it normality. See, y'all women have a saying. Y'all women like to say, men are no good, men are dogs, all men cheat. You don't say all men cheat, and then a man so-called cheat, and you'll say, oh, I want out of it. But he's the very man that you said he was in the first place. So we're a little confused. You see what I mean? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. You said, did I ask you, were you single or not?
No, you didn't.
Are you single?
Yes.
How many failed relationships so far?
2.
2. And you said you're 24?
Yeah.
When did the last one end?
Last year.
Well, last year was just a month ago. So how many months?
Okay, February last year, so it's like a year ago.
Around this time last year.
Yeah.
How long did it last?
3 months.
How much? How long?
3 months. Yeah.
It's not a relationship. That's a jump off. No, I'm dead serious. Who broke it off?
He did.
For what reason?
Well, he wasn't supportive of my makeup and he wasn't always there. So I was more of complaining, and then he just said this can't work. So he took a walk.
What do you mean he wasn't always there? And how?
We weren't really communicating the way we should. I did not really know much about him as he did to me. He wasn't just there.
Okay. What about the first one? How long did it last?
1 month.
What? Did you just say 1 month?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be back. Oh. I had to add a Coke with my smile on this one. Oh, man. All right. Here we go. So basically, you really didn't have any relationship. You don't have any real relationship experience. You have 2 men that you've been with for a total of 4 months at the age of 24-year-old. Were you raised to be a housewife or a traditional wife, submissive wife?
Submissive wife.
Were you raised to be a submissive wife to a man?
Yes.
I'm not asking because some people are raised differently now to say be independent, go out there and have a career, and don't think about a man until you're 40 and nobody wants you. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now this is the thing. So the cheating, that's what we're talking about. Is cheating a deal breaker to you?
Well, it depends.
Go ahead.
It depends on the situation. In most cases, for me, yes, it is. But then again, it still depends on what the definition of cheating is. You know, everybody
Give me an
has
example.
different. What?
Give me an example.
Okay. Let's say I'm with my man and he looks at a girl walking by lustfully. That's cheating because I mean I'm there with you and then you're looking at someone else. So that's an example. That's why I said it depends. It's something
That's
I can
called
forgive.
human nature.
What?
That's called human nature.
Human nature. Okay.
Yes. You see something attractive, what do people do? They look at it. You see something on the store shelf that you like that's attractive that you want to buy, you automatically look at it. How is looking at someone cheating? Doesn't really make sense.
Not in the way I say it.
You said you believe it's cheating if he turns around, he's walking with you and look at another girl.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm starting to see why your relationship was so short right now. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. How old were the two guys?
Okay, the first was 24, and then the second was 26.
All right. Do you actually expect a 24, 26-year-old man to be with one woman for the rest of his life that he's on this planet Earth?
So I didn't get that.
Do you expect a man who's 24, 26 to be with one woman for the rest of his life as he's on this planet Earth?
Yes.
Why is that? Where do you get this from?
My parents.
Your parents still married?
Yeah.
How long they been married, you know?
45 years.
All right, in 35 years, you think your parents haven't been through things, situations that you just don't know about?
Yeah, it's possible.
Not possible, it's likely.
Okay, it's likely.
This is the thing, Gladys. It's, I can't really think of a situation that I could pull from anywhere, and I could say that this couple over here married in their 20s, and the man was faithful and never stepped out a day in his life. You know, those stories don't exist, and it's for a reason that they don't exist. Men are not made the same as women are. Y'all women, the reason why we get through this divorce stuff and all this, that, and the other is because y'all want us to think like y'all. We don't think like y'all. We don't love like y'all. That's why a lot of women complain, oh, he don't love me like I want him to. We don't love the same. We love with our minds and our ability to provide. That's the way that we love our wives. Y'all women, y'all love with your hearts and what's between your legs, that tingling emotion. We love differently. When a woman's with a man, she's with him for the purpose because it's a feeling of emotion. A man usually chooses a wife for logical reasoning because he sees the character, he sees someone he could have children and wants to be the mother of his children. But you seem to think that you're going to find a man 26 years old, he's just going to be with you. Now, let's get back to this so I can figure out what it is that you're looking for from this point on. What type of man are you looking for as far as looks wise? Height, looks, whatever.
Okay, should be tall.
How tall?
I say 6'3".
All right. Here we go with the tall. Go ahead.
Should be dark skinned. Of course,
Okay.
dark skinned. I love the beard gang. I love a guy who is kind, nice, romantic. Um, should be fit. I love guys that are fit. So, yeah.
Oh, so you got a lot of qualifications that you need that. And you said you want 4 children, right?
Yeah.
So the man that you married will have to be able to provide for 4 children. To provide for 4 children is upper class. Upper class is usually around $250,000 and up. It's a lot of money. It's not, chump change. So,
That's why he has a helper.
huh?
That's why he has a helper, a partner, his wife.
Yeah, but for the most part, the wife really can't help him go make anything. She could take care of home, but it's up to him to go out and compete with the rest of the world and do what he has to do. You starting to talk, that's that modern womanist. Like, We don't really need y'all by our side to, do this work with us. We just need you to stay in the background, do what we ask you to do. When you're dealing with productive men who are ambitious men, they have no desire for their ladies to be on their side. They want their ladies to stand behind them while they go do the work and put themselves out there. You understand that? The type of man you're talking about, first of all, I just ask for looks just because. I hope you're not fixated on that whatever man comes to you have to look just like that.
No, I'm not.
All right, because I mean, you spoke all the qualities to make a perfect man, and it doesn't exist. And the majority of men are not over 6 feet. The average height of a man in the world is 5'8". The average height of a man in America is 5'9". So I don't know where y'all getting all the 6'10", 7'8" from. So I don't know. But all right. So the man that you married would have to be upper class financial earner, which is 250 and up, I said. You know what percentage of men in America, you said you want a dark man, so you want a black man, right?
Yeah.
Just in general, this is including all races. The amount of people that make 250,000 or more is 8% in the country. If you just go to Black America, that number goes down to about 2%. So 2% of the men in Black America make 250,000 or more. What will make those 2% of men that all the women in the world are going after to turn and say, you know what, I want Gladys instead of everybody else? What is going to make them want you over everybody else?
I don't know. It depends on what they want. It depends on what they see in me.
But if you're interested in having a husband, you should understand what you already want. Your mom and dad should have taught you that.
Sorry, I didn't get
How was it that you have a mother and a father who sent you to school, but you don't know what men want?
Every man does not want the same thing. They're different.
That's a damn lie. All men want the same thing. All men want the same thing. All productive, ambitious men want the same thing. They want a woman who can cooperate, follow instructions. They want a woman who's feminine. They don't need her acting like a man. You understand? They like peace in their homes. They don't like naggers. All the type of man that you're talking about, they all want the same thing. They're not going to see a difference in them. You're talking about the type of man that goes out there to make that type of money. You got to work all day and night and continue to be on your grind. You got to continue to maneuver things. You're dealing with this issue, you're dealing with that issue. You got a whole lot going on. You want to come home and know that you don't have to ever argue with your woman. You want to come home knowing that she has the home taken care of. You want to come home and know that the kids are taken care of. You want to come home knowing that if you need something done, she get up on her 2 feet and go do it. All these type men want the same thing. Is that you?
Sorry, so it's safe to say all women want the same thing too?
Yes. The basic foundation of men and women are all the same. Women in general, just like I said with men, women want a provider, a protector, and someone who could direct the household. Without that, women consider you a failure. Now, are you going to tell me that all women don't want those three things?
They do.
Thank you. So just like there's a foundational basis of what all women want, there's a foundational basis what all men want. And this is the thing, your parents should have taught you this when you were just a child growing up. You should have understood this long ago. You shouldn't have to come on here and act like you're hearing it for the first time. These men that you're talking about in the upper class, then they're going to have an issue with someone who's just learning this now instead of learning it when they was 12, 13 years old. And this is why the previous generation is failing a lot of ladies, not just in Black America, but all over the world. They're focused so much on getting their children to go get an education. That education is not going to carry you through life. Regardless of what you do, you're still going to need a man at the end of the day. You see with the COVID, who knows what's coming next on this earth? If there are no more jobs and everything goes into chaos and it's every man for himself, who will be the most vulnerable people? Women with no men. A woman can't stop a man from coming, breaking down the door and taking what they got, but a man can. You need a man who's going to be a provider. Education is fine, but not at the expense of going out there and getting married while you're young. You're 24. You had 2 failed relationships, which not even a relationship. I don't even know what to call it, a fling, whatever, but they weren't relationships. A relationship is not a month. And 3 months, he did you a favor. Because I always say this, it only takes a man 90 days or less to know whether he's going to marry a woman or not. Anything past 90 days, he's just keeping you around until he finds what it is that he really wants. That's what we do. That's how we are. All men are like this. There's no exceptions to this. Now, there are men that feel like they get forced into marriage down the line because they can't find what they really want, and they've been with the chick for 5, 6, 7 years, but even that is unlikely. In 3 months, if a man has not proposed to you, he's wasting your time and you're wasting your time. At the age of 24, your focus should right now be on, while you're 24, getting married, finding someone that you can see yourself growing with. And like I tell everybody, forget about that puppy love, that lust that y'all call love. It don't exist. That's why you feel like you love somebody today and then you don't like them tomorrow. That ain't love. Love is everlasting. It can't be torn away, no matter the situation. That's why love is something that builds over the course of decades and years of being with a person, growing with a person, bearing children with that person. That's when love starts to happen. And young ladies are not taught this for some reason or another. Love does not come overnight. It comes with years and years of learning and being with a person and growing with that person, learning their habits, learning what makes them happy, what makes them smile, what makes them angry. Y'all learn how to compromise and work together. Then you gradually build up love. If you see these people who be like 90 years old and still married for like 50, 60, 70 years, they tell you, it wasn't about no head over heels feeling in love. It's lust. And if you keep falling for this, you're just going to continue to waste time with men who are not going to marry you or provide for you. You're not going to get a man at 26 years old making $250,000 in Nigeria. You do know that, right? So stop wasting your time. You've already gave your virginity away. Don't give anything else away and save it for your husband. We have a tendency to do this. Are you a believer in the Bible?
Yeah.
A lot of ladies have the tendency to do this. They have the tendency to say, oh, God, please send me a husband. They go to church, clap their hands, hey, they do the singing, they do all that, pay your tithes, which you shouldn't even be paying, but this was not their channel. And then they go out with their boyfriend. And then wonder why things go wrong for them. God does not bless sin. If you're living in sin and sexual sin, God is not going to bless you with a husband. If you're living in disobedience, God turns a deaf ear to you. You could pray all you want. You could pray from sundown to sunup. He won't hear you. It takes a lady to be obedient first and make sure that she's a wife that is going to be productive for her husband. And then God will bless you and say, okay, daughter, now you're ready. Now you're living in obedience. Because other than that, if you do it your way and you do get a husband, it's going to end in chaos. That's why you see so many bad divorces, bad marriages, because people go in it the wrong way and they try to make it work on their own. They don't give it to God. They say, okay, I'm going to make this my boyfriend and hopefully he'll marry me. Now you took it upon yourself to go and do what you had already asked God to do. But he can't do anything because you went away. Sometimes y'all got to get out your own way and let God work on it. You understand? But these are things that, like I said, your parents should have taught you this. You're a beautiful lady, no doubt. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give yourself?
8.5.
Nah, I ain't gonna go 8.5. Beyonce ain't even an 8. She ain't even an 8.5.
Okay, 8.
Let's say, I'm gonna be nice. Let's say 7.5. Beyonce, we consider Beyonce at 8.
Okay.
You think you're more beautiful than Beyonce?
In my own way, yes.
I mean, I'm sure you're probably a better human being. I'm not talking about that. I'm just going off like, if people match you up on the screen next to Beyonce, what are they going to say? Choose one. Are they likely to choose you, or are they likely to choose Beyonce? Just by looks alone in the face.
Yeah.
You think they would choose you over Beyonce?
No.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. Beyonce's at 8. All right. A 10 is more like ooh, I have somebody on my mind. I can't even get a name in my head. A 9, I'm in. A 10 don't really exist. But that's a, huh?
Rihanna.
What did you say?
Rihanna.
Rihanna is probably like a 6.5. Yeah, Rihanna's not that beautiful. She has an aura because of her status. See, people get it twisted. Your status a lot of times make you better looking than what you really are. But Rihanna's not that beautiful. She's a nice looking woman, but she's far from a 9 or 10. Very far off from that. But don't take my word for it. Look it up online. See what people rate Rihanna as. You're not going to find her at no 9 or 10. But that's another thing. Y'all ladies see each other differently than we men do. Y'all ladies will see a lady. My wife do it all the time. Oh, she's so beautiful. I'm thinking like, what the hell are you looking at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all see women differently than what we do. Y'all think almost everybody's beautiful. We don't see it like that. All right, so we don't say 7.5. How tall are you? Did you say? You said you were 5'4"?
No, I'm 5'7".
Oh, so you got a little height. Your weight?
70 kg.
70 kg, which is, I looked it up, so that's about 130 pounds.
Okay.
Well, okay, we use pounds. I would say not the euro, but the pounds as far as weight. Y'all use kg. Let me look it up real quick. Just give me 1 second. All right. 155 you were. So you had 155 pounds at 5'7". Your build, would you consider your build small, medium, or large?
Medium.
Medium. All right. 24. You really don't have any relationship experience. That's both good and bad. So it could work out in your favor. It could work against you. That's up in the air. I'm gonna give you. This is where we end right here. I'm gonna give you some options. First, I'm gonna speak the level of men that are here in Black America. You have the lower class, which is the class of men who are not producers of anything. They just go to work at a 9-to-5 job, dead-end job, never going to be anything else in their life but, be able to work a 9-to-5 job, or thugs, drug pushers, or whatever it may be. But their earning income is, minimal. So I don't really deal with them. On this platform, we deal from middle and up. Out of the 4, I deal with the 3. The second one is middle class. Middle class is a middle class earner who makes around $45,000 a year annually. Upper class is, like I said, $250,000 and above, and the elite is, of course, the rich and wealthy. You already, out of those, who would you choose? Out of those 4, who would you choose for yourself, or really 3?
You gave me 3, not 4.
Yeah, out of the 3. The 4 we don't deal with.
Okay. Between the middle class and the upper class.
All right. So, like I said, for upper class, only 2% of black men in America make 250,000 above. You will have to deal with not only the women here who want that particular man, but deal with the women all over the world. When a man makes that much money, he has access to the entire world, access to anything, any type of lady that he wants, of any sort, doesn't matter. And you would need that guy to take care of 4 kids if you want to live in a beautiful neighborhood and send your kids to get the best education, have his or her cars and travel a lot, which most women want. But that would be rather difficult. Let me give you this option, middle class. Oh, let me spit. Give me 1 second. That's what you get for drinking Coca-Cola with all that sugar and syrup in it. Your option that I believe would be middle class. And this is middle class. Middle class is, like I said, a $45,000 a year earner. Y'all have a house in the suburbs. His and her car. Would you be willing to work part-time or full-time? Or do you want to work, or do you want to be a stay-at-home mom?
I want to work.
With 4 kids still?
Yeah.
So who's going to take care of the kids?
We both will.
He can't take care of anything. He got to work.
He
the one who's bringing in the majority of it. Huh?
But I have to work too. It's a partnership.
There's no such thing as partnerships. See, you coming in with that modern woman nonsense again. There's no such thing as partnership. Men do not want partners. The only partners we have is considering our business partners. We need you to be wives. We need you to learn how to play your position as a wife. We're not partners. Even if you earn more, earn equal, we still are not partners. The authority is given unto the man. The woman has no authority. The woman is to be obedient to the man. The children are to be obedient to the woman. The man teaches down through the woman, and it passes along through the children. You can work all you want, but you're still not going to be a partner. And if you come here talking that partner nonsense, people are going to automatically turn themselves away from you, because that's the very wording that men are tired of today, that women don't understand. We are not your partners, nor do we want to be. Your words play a powerful part in how men look at you. And I'm telling you, if someone were to contact you after this video, like I said, we're doing a promo starting Saturday. We're going to promote this all over so hundreds of thousands of people will start to see it as the weeks go. Men are going to look at this. They're going to see this interview with me and you. They're going to ask themselves, why is she talking this partner nonsense? And she said she's a submissive woman. The two don't even go together. You can't be equal to your man and be under your man at the same time. It's either one or the other. Which one is it? Which one? Do you want to be equal, or do you want to be behind your man?
What?
Do you want to be equal, or do you want to be underneath the authority of your man?
Underneath the authority, because he's going to be the head of the family.
All right, so stop talking this partner nonsense. Leave that out your vocabulary. Do you understand me? Do not use that in your vocabulary when you're speaking to a man. They're going to be turned off by it. A man who's earning, even a middle-class man, they have to do a lot to earn that type of money still. They don't want to hear that nonsense. Now, getting back to the point, you want to work, but you want to have 4 kids. Do you want to have all 4 of your kids as soon as possible?
No.
You want them spread apart?
Yeah.
What, 20s and 30s?
Yeah.
It's going to be very difficult for you to work unless you want to do something that's stay-at-home work or whatever, or part-time. But it's going to be very difficult for you to work having children spread out. Because every time you turn around, you got one coming out. Huh?
I'm not gonna be working for anyone because my work it's mine. I told you I'm a makeup artist. So it's like my business. I can do it whenever I want. So I'm going to have the time to take care of my kids.
So forget the biotech, whatever it is. You're just gonna be the housewife and do your makeup artist business.
Well, I would be practicing for some years before I stop.
You don't have everything thought out, though. You don't have everything thought out well. You can't do all these things at once. Life is about compromise. Life is about choices. Life is about, I want this, but in order to have this, I got to let that go. That's what life is about. But y'all coming up here with this, I want it all. I want this, that, and the other, and I'm going to do it all at once. It's not serious. It's not logical thinking. This is the problem with women today. Y'all don't think logically. You can't do all of those things. You just can't. You have to learn to pick and choose. You're either going to be this or you're going to be that. You're either going to go out and be a biotech, and it's going to be hard to hold a marriage together if you do that and raise a family. Or you're going to be a housewife and run your makeup artist business while the husband does what he does. It has to be one or the other. It can't be both. Learn to pick and choose for the right reasons. You're 24. You got to have this stuff together.
I mean, I'm a student and I still do my makeup, so it doesn't. Okay. I understand what you're saying. But then, if after school, I'm still going to work in my field before getting married, definitely. So, when I get there, I will know how to tackle it and get my way around it. I can multitask. It's not hard.
You can't multitask and still be the type of wife that a middle income earner will want. Your first priority is being a wife to that man. Everything else is secondary. Even your children will be secondary to him. That's why I said it's all about choices. I don't know where the echo coming from, but it's choices. Make the right choice. Let go of some of this in order that you can get all of that. What's wrong with being a housewife and just doing a makeup artist job on the side and remain at home with the children and go out when you need to do that while the husband provides and take care of everything else? What's wrong with that?
No, I'm going to do that, but I said I'm going to work for some years in my field before going into my makeup career.
And then when you have children, you're no longer going to be doing that.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
All right. Whoever comes at you, he's going to want to know that he can depend on your word. That you said right here now that if I'm working in my field when I get over wherever I am, and we have children, I'm going to cut my career short in order to be a mother to my children, a wife to my husband for the rest of my life. That's what you just said right here now, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just saying it so that if any problems, that man could come back to the video that he first saw you on and rewind it for you. Now, are you okay with marrying a Black American?
Yeah.
You know anything about Black American men?
Well, I watch a lot of Black American movies, so...
The worst way to learn about us. I don't even allow Black American movies in my own home. No. I could call my wife in here right now. I do not allow Black movies in my own home. Wow. She would tell you that. Because every movie that I see that has to deal with Black Americans is not the depiction of the people that we are. So my wife had to learn this. She's a Ghanaian. She had to learn this when she came over here, that we are nothing like what you see on TV. Like I said, every society has their lower class that are just nothing, nobody, and they have their productive part of society. The same thing with us. The majority of Black men are not what you see in the movies. And it's a shame that the media portrays us in that way. But we know that. I lived in Nigeria long enough. I know what comes on TV when I'm sitting there watching ad on TV or whatever it is. Whether that's it's all the same to me. Roku TV or whatever I think I watch are okay. But that's not us. Not the majority of us. We are men who want wives, traditional wives, want to be fathers, and want to be providers and protectors of our home. That's who we are. At least that's the society of men that I speak to. That's who this platform is for. This platform is for Black American men who are tired of dealing with the feminists that's overtaking the society. Almost, you're on that track, and I'm desperately trying to get you off that track, because the problem today in Black America is that the majority of the women was determined to go out, get their education, and get their career path. And they said, when I get my career and I get everything that I want, then I'll go get the man that I want. That's the way they are. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what happened was, by the time they hit the age of 30, 35, and 40, they realized that now that they had it all together, the men that they want only want the 20-year-olds. So the very ladies that they used to be, the type of men that they want only want the type of that, hello, I'm getting all tongue twisted. The very men that these so-called successful women want don't want them. They want the younger ones so they could build with them from scratch. You understand? So that's why it's very dangerous when a lady starts to think about a career over a man, or she want a career path set. Because you're 24. When you're 30, you're not going to have the same options. You have better options now at 24 than you will ever have at 30. When you're 35, you have next to no options. When you're 40, it's pretty much a wrap. So at 24 years old right now, you're never going to have any better. Your options will never get better than they are now. They will only go down. Each year you get older, each year your options go down. Because the women that are younger are coming up and turning 20 and 21 and 22. So y'all got to understand that y'all against a lot of competition. These girls who are 17, 18, 19, they be on the market soon. These successful men are going to start going after them. If y'all don't get it together, get tied down with somebody, know that you got something to depend on. At least here, when you marry, you have life insurance and all that. So worst case scenario, something happened to the man, at least financially, the family's still taken care of basically for the rest of their life. You understand me? So there are going to be men who will talk to you from here, seeing this show. Make a conscious effort to pick one and find one, track the two, but find one that you can say to yourself, I can build with this. I could grow my family and have the outcome that I desire with them. But you need to take that initiative now. Every year, your options are going to drop. You have a lot of competition. And that's what y'all ladies don't understand. These younger ladies are y'all very competition that's coming on the market. Each year, girls turn 20. Each year, girls turn 24. You're 24, you're going to be 25. Most men are going to look from 21 to 23. Most successful men want 21 to 23-year-olds to marry. Like I said, the good thing you got going for you, you don't have a lot of psychological damage from long-term relationships. So that's a plus. But you need to make your decision now. Forget school. If that man say, hey, I got everything covered, come down there and meet you and meet your mother and father, and say, I'd like to take your daughter's hand in marriage, and I'd like to get working on it now so we can marry and I could take her back to my country and we can start building a family. That's what I did. When I went back to Ghana, I didn't date my wife. I just told my wife, I'm looking for a wife and I want to build something. Do you want to be that? She agreed. I said, okay, let's go to the courts, do a marriage. I don't have the money now. This is 5 years ago. I don't have the money to do a traditional wedding. But instead of using that money for that, I'm going to use it to do your visa and bring you over here so we can work together and build that empire together by us working together. For 2 years, we both worked. Same company, same everything. Now, she just gave birth. She's a stay-at-home mom. She could be a stay-at-home mom for the rest of her life now. Because for the first 2 years, she helped me build up what we have. But we didn't waste that money on no traditional wedding or big wedding. I had no money. But she understood the concept of what I was doing, that I was building towards something. And sometimes it takes that. Everything's a different situation. Don't let people stop you. Don't let, oh, you need a big wedding. Don't let none of that stuff stop you. You could come back to that later. It's 5 years later and we're finally having our wedding in December. 5 years later. So do things that are going to benefit you, not by tradition. Not all traditions ain't good traditions because it's not for everyone's situation. You understand me? You're a beautiful young lady. Do this while you can. So do this while you can and be good at what you do. Your most important job on this earth is being a wife. There's no job. Second to that is a mother. But your first duty on this earth as a woman is to be a wife, a helpmate to a man. Never forget that. Everything else is secondary. Even your parents. When that man comes to take you from your father and marry you, your parents are no more top priority in any order. It's him. And as long as you think like that, you'll always be pleasing to him. He will always treat you with dignity and respect and make sure that he will never allow any harm to come to you. Capiche?
What was that?
Capiche is Italian. For okay? Yeah, so when somebody says capiche, it means like, all right? Like, so I'm up here learning my Spanish. I was about to start speaking Spanish, but I'm so bad at it still, so I'm gonna wait another week or two before I start speaking it. Oh man. This was a fun interview though. It was really good talking to you. Definitely.
Same here.
So anything you want to say to the audience? Like I said, in the weeks coming, a lot, tens and hundreds of thousands of people gonna see this. They're gonna say, hey, looks like Gladys. I heard that interview, but what are the last imagery that you would want someone to have for you? What do you want to tell them?
Nothing is coming to my mind, honestly.
Do you have a sense of humor?
What?
Do you have a sense of humor?
Yeah, I do.
Because you know us Black Americans, we funnier than you guys. We much more funny than y'all. You don't think so?
I do. I do.
Well, yeah, my people, man.
I mean, you
I
pulled my leg like how many times? Just to watch you.
But yeah, so I definitely see a bright future. Definitely see a bright future. I mean, this ain't no church service where the pastor start, oh, blah, 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 oh, blah, 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 oh, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna win. You're gonna win. You're gonna win. This ain't none of that bullshit right here, man. You know what I mean? We actually put the work in for what we want in life. God doesn't bless anybody unless you put the work in.
Yeah.
All right. So you're always welcome back on the show at any time. When men do contact you, let us know. If you find someone you want to take serious or you think about taking serious, come back on the show, let me know. Let's discuss it. But they definitely will come after you. So I can tell you that without a shadow of doubt. All right?
Okay.
All right, Gladys. It's been so good talking to you, lady. All right?
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, you're very welcome. Get some sleep there.
All right. Have a good evening.
All right, you too. Good night.
Bye.
All right, people. Great interview. Great interview. Great interview. All right, tomorrow, it's Ghana night. Yes, it's Ghana night. So we're gonna get the Ghana girls on here. We're gonna have the Nigerian girls on here too, but we're gonna finally get some Ghana girls. I definitely want to hear what they got to say. And for that little diss that I threw back early in a video, I was just playing. All right, Ghana. I live in Ghana. I am Ghanaian, so don't mind me. But anyway, we're gonna close it up here. It was a great night. I mean, this was a great night. The shows are going from one extreme to another. They're getting great. One day is great. The next day is even greater. even though it don't seem it can be, but it's going to continue to be that. And like I said, guys, we're going to need your support. We're going to need you out there to help us get this channel blown up. Like, subscribe, and share. We're definitely doing the work that we're going to bring African and Black America together in a way that we should have long ago. And we're no longer going to let the divide and conquer mentality put us down and oppressed anymore. So this is what it is. This is a new day, a new dawn, a new era, 2022 and beyond. We become more powerful off each other's resources. This is what it is. This is the work that we're going to put in 2022. Man, it's going to be a beautiful thing to see our people flourish now. Beautiful thing to see our people flourish. Like, we got so many discussions. And like I said, every week the thing changes. So if you want to know the thing for next week, you could just pop on the channel on Sunday and see the post. And we'll always have what the theme is going to be for the entire week. We're going to do this from Monday through Saturday. Saturdays is always earlier, like around 2 p.m. Eastern time. And like I said, I didn't even get no time frames from you guys or whatever. I was going to let y'all guys choose a time on Monday, but now I'm going to choose it. So y'all too late on that. All right, we're going to see you here. Tomorrow's going to be back at 6 o'clock, but Friday we go back to 5 o'clock. So tomorrow at 6 o'clock, again, our normal scheduled time. And Friday we're going to start at 5 o'clock. And Saturday at 2 p.m. Same discussion, same thing. Saturday is our last day for this thing. So let's make these last 3 nights so memorable. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you had some fun. And I hope you learned a little something. All right? All right, guys. I'm out.